What's going on, guys? Shogun here, and today I've got a very special video for you. We are talking about the top legends in PES 2017, and not just the classic team legends, but the ones that you can actually get in Myclub, and once you unlock them in Myclub, you can use them in Master League too. So, without any further ado, let's get straight into this. First up, we've got Diego Maradona, who is the highest rated player in the game. There's been a bit of debate as to whether the ages in this reflect the stats, and I think they do. And you'll see a bit more towards that later on in the video. But we've got him as 23-year-old Diego Maradona, and his stats are absolutely ridiculous. If you look on screen right now, we've got them. And his key stats there: ball control and dribbling 98 and 99 respectively. Just try getting the ball off this guy. It's absolutely ridiculous. With that finishing 96, set pieces, also as place kicking 96, swerve 95, also heading 84. Now, considering he's probably most famous, at least in England, for not using his head, shall we say, it's an important stat to realise that he was pretty decent once he did get his head on the ball. Explosive power 93, speed 82, and it's very important to remember that Diego Maradona, while he was relatively quick, his main strength was his agility and his ability to stay on the ball when, you know, people were essentially just pummeling into him. He'd still end up with the ball at his feet, and that's reflected in his 97 body control stat, which means that, you know, you can try shoulder barging this guy, but 9 times out of 10, if you're smart with it, you'll still come away with the ball. So that is Diego Maradona, and I think anybody who gets him has got a game changer on their hands. Is he overall better than Messi? His computer generated overall suggests so, but that's more about an algorithm rather than his actual attributes. In terms of his attributes, I'd probably take Maradona, but only just. But if I wanted a bit more speed, I would take Messi. But either or, I'd say they're both incredible players to have. But Maradona, the highest rated player on the game, and the best player you can get in Myclub. Next up, we've got Ronaldo. 20-year-old Ronaldo, Barcelona legend, of course. Legend at pretty much every club he's been to be honest. But his heights definitely at Barcelona and Real Madrid. And phenomenal footballer. And again, his stats are absolutely incredible here. We've got 93 speed, 95 finishing, 92 attacking prowess, 92 ball control, 91 dribbling. Absolutely phenomenal forward stats there. 82 swerve, 75 place kicking. Everything else there still kind of decent, but his out and out stats there are his attacking ones. Decent stats everywhere else, but his main ones, his attacking prowess, ball control, dribbling and finishing are absolutely phenomenal. And he's going to be a great person to lead the line with. If you have Ronaldo and Maradona, I absolutely envy you, because leading the line with those two is just going to be absolutely ridiculous. His hexagon is just crazy, and hasn't got the weak foot I would expect. I would have thought he would have had level 3 weak foot, but 2 and 2 is fine. You can still get the job done with that, and Ronaldo is going to be in Myclub. Next up, we have the player I'm looking forward to probably second most, Ronaldinho. He is going to be in Myclub, of course, a Barcelona legend, where he made his name as one of the best players of all time. And he comes in officially as an attacking midfielder, but his best position is definitely going to be as a support striker, in my opinion. Again, great stats. Really good dribbling, 92, 93 ball control, 90 attacking prowess, and that explosive power and body control, 91 and 90, with a level 3 weak foot accuracy, which makes sense. He could get the job done with both his left and right foot. And if you look at Ronaldinho and you look at Neymar these days, Ronaldinho was pretty much the blueprint for the player that Neymar is becoming. and it's great to see him honoured in this game, age 24, and he's got decent passing stats all over as well, and very, very solid at set pieces. I would have put his set pieces maybe slightly higher, but you can still get the job done with 85 place kicking. So Ronaldinho, someone definitely to look forward to in my club. And the player I've been looking forward to the most, Thierry Henry, according to Pezmaster, is going to be in my club, and I really, really hope he is. Still hasn't been fully confirmed, but Pezmaster is a site that, in terms of their database, you can pretty much hang your proverbial hat on. Thierry Henry, his stats in this game: 91 ball control, 90 dribbling, 90 speed, 92 explosive power. If they seem low, it's because he's in as a Barcelona legend and not as an Arsenal legend. So they haven't quite got him in his prime here. This is 31-year-old Thierry Henry, still a very, very good player. 90 rated overall, says that, you know, he's still a very, very good player. Finishing down to 85, whereas, you know, in his peak it would have probably been like in the low 90s. But still a very good player, decent passer, good on set pieces, got that swerve stat on 85 as well. That 88 attacking power, so again lower than when he was at his peak, but definitely a good player to have, and someone that I definitely want just for nostalgia reasons. As you can tell right behind me, I'm a big Arsenal fan, and Henry was my idol, so I can't wait to get my hands on Thierry Henry in this game. The next legend we've got is a German legend, Andreas Möller. And again, someone that would have been around when I was a bit younger, so I don't remember him personally, but he's in here as a 21-year-old 90 rated attacking midfielder with some phenomenal attributes here. He's going to be a set piece don, 92 set place kicking, 86 finishing, low pass and lofted pass, 89 and 88 respectively, kicking power of 90, decent speed stats, decent attacking prowess, ball control, dribbling, the lot. As an attacking player, this is a great all-rounder here, and someone that could definitely take the place of Baggio, who's not going to be in my club this year, unfortunately. But having Baggio as my set-piece guy last year, I wouldn't mind a bit of Andreas Möller to do the same thing with this year. And another legend that we're getting this year, one of the best players ever, one of the best attacking footballers to come out of Europe, Hristo Stoichkov, is in the game, and some very, very good stats again. 90 ball control, 85 dribbling, 86 low pass, 88 lofted pass, 87 finishing, 89 place kicking, 83 swerve. So he's going to be again another important player in the top end of the pitch, and someone that can really pull the strings for you in whatever sort of attacking situation you've got, whether it's, you know, going to be set pieces, whether it's, you know, going to be trying to get assists, trying to get goals. This guy can do it all, other than a bit of aerial presence, which he kind of lacks. But again, still not awful. 75 jump, 76 heading. It's decent. But Stoichkov is going to be in the game, 89 rated, support striker, general all-round forward, great guy to use. Not necessarily someone that I would put on the wings, despite the fact that he's marked that he can play there. Not a massively, like, blisteringly quick player, but if he's out there, he can get the job done. He's got good ball control and dribbling stats. But Stoichkov is definitely someone to look out for. Next up, we've got Rivaldo, one of the best Brazilian footballers of all time, and of course a Barcelona legend. Absolutely, how could he not be? And one of the first legends that we kind of knew about when Barcelona legends were announced, and an absolutely phenomenal player. Ball control and dribbling in the 90s, decent speed, explosive power, amazing. Kicking power 88, place kicking 87, 84 finishing, good low passing and lofted passing stats, and that swerve stat on 82 means that his set pieces are going to be on point. And a recurring theme right now with these legends is that a lot of them are great set piece takers. I don't know whether that was something that Konami went for this time round. We had a couple of decent set piece takers last time in Baggio, who was phenomenal, Roberto Carlos, who's kind of decent. Figo's not really a slouch, but wasn't necessarily a guy that you put on and guarantee a goal every time. But this time, they've really gone all out with the set piece takers. Possibly because set pieces are harder to score this time round, so they've given us a bit of a leg up if we get a legend, who knows. But Rivaldo definitely is someone that I'm looking forward to use. And we've got him at age 26 as a centre mid, and a lot of people were scratching their heads when I was talking about this in the stream. I did a stream on this yesterday. The whole stream is still live on my channel if you want to go and check that out. I was talking about this, and Rivaldo absolutely could play in centre mid. I think they've missed out a few of his positions. I don't necessarily remember him vividly as a 26-year-old, but he can definitely play in the centre of the park, definitely play behind the striker, could occasionally play as a centre forward and as a wing forward as well. They haven't necessarily marked it here on Pezmaster. It remains to be seen what happens when we actually get hold of the game. But Rivaldo was definitely a very versatile player, and to be honest, I wouldn't mind putting him in any of those positions, whether he's marked there as, you know, a registered position or not. He can perform anywhere from midfield upwards, so Rivaldo is a great player to have, and I'll definitely be over the moon if I manage to get him. Carlos Puyol is in the game, of course. When you talk about Barcelona defenders, this guy was Mr. Barcelona for so long. In the same way that people consider John Terry to be Mr. Chelsea, Puyol was Mr. Barcelona. He was that guy. And they've really got some good stats on him here. He's marked down as a 19-year-old, but his stats do look kind of pretty much what was in his prime. So I don't remember him as a 19-year-old. That would have been way before my time. At least in terms of remembering football. But yeah, Puyol was a very good defender, and he's been honoured very well with these stats here. Physical contact 92, jump 94, ball winning 90, heading 89, 87 defensive prowess, speed and explosive power in the mid 80s. Decent guy, nothing really in terms of attacking ability. He wasn't that sort of guy. He was very much a no-nonsense defender, and he's going to be absolutely phenomenal to use. And quite possibly, despite the fact he's only rated 89, he might end up being one of the best defenders to have on Myclub, just because as an all-rounder he really has got it all. There are probably higher rated defenders in the game as an overall, so the likes of Sergio Ramos, who's a lot quicker. I think PK might be higher rated as well. But in terms of the overall stats and the abilities there, I'm putting Puyol, Boateng and Ramos as those defenders to have at least one of them is key. I'm looking forward to having Puyol in my team. I can't wait. If I get him, very happy. And now for another Arsenal legend that isn't an Arsenal legend in the game. Dortmund legend Jens Lehmann. Of course, most famous for his part in the Invincibles team for Arsenal, but he was incredible as a Dortmund goalkeeper as well. And we've got him here as a 31-year-old goalkeeper, which would have been right towards the end of his time at Dortmund, because I'm pretty sure we bought him when he was 31 or 32. But again, phenomenal player. 95 goalkeeping. What a guy. And Jens Lehmann was a FIFA legend last year. I don't know if he's still in it this year, but he was like lauded as the best goalkeeper in the game, and I think he's going to definitely take that title this time round. Manuel Neuer is very good on this game, as is, Courtois, very good on this game as well. Peter Cech's pretty decent in this game, but Jens Lehmann, these stats are phenomenal, and I think he's going to be the guy. 80 kicking power, 90 physical contact, 95 goalkeeping, 92 catching, 90 clearing, 92 reflexes, 94 coverage. This guy is the full package as far as goalkeepers come, and there's not much more to say about this other than the fact that this guy really is a brick wall, and I think anybody who gets this can be quite happy with the state of the defence, just knowing that Jens Lehmann is behind there ready just to collect anything. That 92 catching stat though is very important, because goalkeepers parry quite a bit on this game. It's not necessarily in a bad way, it's not game breaking. The fact that he's got a 92 catching stat means he's going to hold on to a lot more of those powerful shots, or at least keep them close to him. So that's something to look out for. as people get closer to goalkeepers and realise that the goalkeepers are going to make more saves, they're going to blast shots more in the hopes of a rebound. You're not going to get a lot of rebounds out of Jens Lehmann. Gary Lineker, the man who now sells fried potatoes for a living. Gary Lineker, what a guy, and he is going to be in Myclub. Obviously, a little bit of history with Barcelona, most famous for being a Leicester player, but definitely did take a little trip abroad, and he's here as a 27-year-old, which would have been in his physical prime. I'd say he probably performed his best while he was at Leicester, but we've still got a 95 finishing stat here, 94 attacking prowess. For those of you who don't quite grasp the importance of the attacking prowess stat, it means that they react to attacking moves quicker. They get into position quicker. They find better positions quicker as well. So trying to beat the offside trap, that sort of thing. Attacking prowess is the stat for that. In older games, there was an anticipation stat, I remember, and it pretty much works the same way in that they make their movements better with a higher attacking prowess stat. He's also got 88 heading, old school English centre forward. Couldn't be an English legend without some heading ability, could you believe it? 85 explosive power, not a whole load of actual speed, but that acceleration is there. Jumping 87 as well. Essentially a target man-esque sort of player, but not one that can hold the ball. So you wouldn't use him in the same way that you'd use Giroud, but you definitely, try and use him as like a fox in the box or a poacher, someone that's definitely the key point of the end of your attack. And Gary Lineker, definitely a great player to have. Not someone in the traditional mode of a quick, pacey, in behind the back striker that Inzaghi was last year, but definitely very good to have. And a clinical finisher, which you definitely need on this game against these solid goalkeepers. And of course, we've got Liverpool legends in the game, and it wouldn't be right having Liverpool legends without Ian Rush. Liverpool have had some really good strikers along the years, and Ian Rush was definitely in that mold. He was that guy. Wales legend, Liverpool legend, and just general football legend anyway. And 91 attacking prowess, 81 ball control, 86 dribbling, and that 94 finishing stat is key, definitely. 85 heading, 81 kicking power, not so much in the speed department, 78, but physical contact and jump 83, pretty strong player, definitely potent in the box, and essentially in the same sort of build as Gary Lineker. But if you fancy a Liverpool flavour to your team, I'm looking at you, Lely, then Ian Rush is going to be your guy. No, but seriously, if Lely gets this guy, expect him to lose his shit. This is legend. We've also got 28-year-old Mark van Bommel, Barcelona player, legend? Not so much. I don't know whether Barcelona fans consider him a legend, but he did win some trophies with them, and it was definitely a cult kind of hero at that team. He was a very potent midfielder, could be nasty at times, but a very good player, and got some decent stats to go with that. 83 ball control, 83 low passing, decent. Defensive prowess 84, ball winning 80, kicking power 89, physical contact 87. Essentially, he's a bruiser in midfield. I wouldn't be surprised to see him have the Destroyer card or the Anchorman card. One of those two would make a lot of sense with Mark van Bommel, with the sort of player that he was. He was definitely a decent player of the era of those very physical Dutch midfielders. So he was about the same time as David was about as well. So you can imagine, those two in midfield. That Dutch team was a problem to play against. Jurgen Köhler, one of the best defenders ever to play in Europe, and Dortmund legend, absolutely. And his stats on here are just phenomenal. Not one of those quick defenders, but one that you would just struggle to get past. Defensive prowess 93, ball winning 93, heading 81, physical contact 92, explosive power 80, jump 87, 84 stamina, 2-footed, solid form, injury resistant he's just that guy. So you definitely want to have a look at bringing Myclub in if you can. If you manage to get him, don't be put off by his lack of pace. He's a phenomenal defender, and I would play him, you know, over a lot of other quicker defenders. You know, if I had company and I had Jürgen Köhler, I'm playing Köhler. Like, he was that good, and his stats seem to really reflect that. And in fact, we've got some of his old. In fact, we've actually got some of his old stats at the top of the screen here, and you can see that, you know, as a legend, he was marked down in the high 90s. They've toned it down. I think this year PES don't want the legends to be game-breaking too much. I mean, there's nothing they can do about Maradona. There's no real point in Maradona's career where he wasn't an absolute bad boy. But Jürgen Köhler, they've niced his stats, and, you know, his overall doesn't really mean anything. That's just computer generated, that's maths. But his attributes are absolutely phenomenal, and again, one of the better defenders in the game. And someone you might have heard of if you're a football fan, Ronald Koeman, obviously now a manager, but in his day was a very good defender, very solid, and an interesting player because he's as technical as he is physical. He's got great passing stats, 96 lofted pass, 83 low pass. He would have been a brilliant ball-playing defender last year, because with those high passing stats, balls over the top would have been phenomenal with this guy. Set pieces, 94, 87 finishing on a centre half is mental. I imagine in the game, his positions here are showing that he only is marked down as a centre back, but I imagine he could definitely do a job in midfield as well. And to be fair, with an 87 finishing stat, you could probably play him in attacking mid as well, as a ball-winning attacking midfielder. Someone, if you play gegenpress, this guy in attacking mid will be absolutely overpowered. Kicking power 97, so, you know, if you want to slam those free kicks, this is the guy. And just in general, high attacking prowess as well at 78 for a defensive player, brilliant. This guy's just absolutely brilliant. Personally, if I get him, I'm playing him in midfield, either as a box-to-box midfielder or, like I say, as a gegenpressing attacking mid. He's got the stats for it. Great weak foot accuracy. Only level 1 weak foot use though. So it's one of those ones where he'll only use his weak foot if he's under a lot of pressure. But if he does, he's still sticking top bins. Not bad. Zubizarreta, Spanish goalkeeper. Now, not someone that I personally remember. I'm not going to pretend that I do. But I've heard great things about this guy, and the stats seem to reflect that. 97 goalkeeping, probably the highest in the game, with Lehmann probably in second with that, what was it, 95 or 96. But the rest of his goalkeeping stats aren't quite as high as Lehmann's, but that goalkeeping stat and that catching stat are very good. As long as he gets to the shot, he's keeping it out. Physical contact and jump also very high. 81 kicking power. Still got decent stats in the clearing, reflex and coverage area. Not world class in that area of the game, but in terms of goalkeeping and catching, I don't think there's anyone better in this game. Holds on to his form well. Good weak foot accuracy, so, you know, if he does get caught stick on his weak foot, he'll get the job done. And he's injury resistant as well, if that sort of thing matters to you. Not many goalkeepers get injured in these games, if ever, but just to know that Zubizarreta, he won't. Henrik Larsson, another legendary footballer that Barcelona got kind of after his prime. They still got him, he's still a decent player for them, and if I remember correctly, he set up the winner in the Champions League final, where Belletti scored against Arsenal. So my memories of him are slightly negative. I remember him definitely being part of that build-up. So, but I remember him also as a Celtic forward who was just absolutely unstoppable. Unfortunately, we've got him as a 34-year-old at the point, you know, when he was at Barcelona. Still a decent player though, and is someone that, again, you're going to want to lump some crosses to. He could definitely jump. 87 jumping, 89 heading, 81 finishing. So there's going to be a problem in the box. Hasn't quite got the athleticism that he had earlier in his career, but 85 speed and 84 explosive power is still decent. 85 attacking prowess as well means that his movement's going to be pretty good. Decent weak foot usage, pretty good weak foot accuracy, and holds on to his form, and he's still got that 84 stamina. So, you know, he's not necessarily going to be someone that's going to die out quickly because he's 34 years old. He can still run the 90 minutes with you, so Henrik Larsson, definitely not one to turn your nose up at. Karl-Heinz Riedel, someone who I imagine is a Dortmund legend. I personally don't remember him, but we've got him as a 29-year-old. He's going to be in Myclub. He's a centre forward, and again, in a similar build to Henrik Larsson, in that he's not massively quick, got decent pace, but nothing incredible. But good jumping stat at 93, that's incredible. Heading 89, again, very good, and finishing 82. So he's going to be a problem in the box. Nothing really much else I can say about this guy because I personally don't know a hell of a lot about him, but he's going to be in PES 2017 Myclub. So look out for this guy, and if you get him, definitely sort of a fox in the box sort of player. Think Van Nistelrooy later in his career, that sort of guy. Now we have Luis Enrique, of course, now managing the team. Well, Barcelona legend in his time, a great midfielder. They've had better midfielders, you know, before and after him, but he was definitely a very good midfielder there, and his stats definitely do replicate that. Also quite versatile, can play across the front line as well, but you're going to want to use him most likely in midfield. He's got decent pace stats for a centre mid, good in the air. But primarily it's about his passing and his ball control. That's what you're going to get the most out of Luis Enrique. I think he's in there more as, you know, kind of a novelty legend rather than as someone that's going to be, you know, a game changer for you. 94 stamina though, that's not bad. It's always good to have someone that can really do the job in midfield. And of course, it wouldn't be right to do this without having the young god Xavi. And Xavi was one of the first kind of midfielders that I noticed as a youngster as being just brilliant, and I couldn't put my finger on why. I didn't quite grasp how important it was to be able to, you know, control the pace of a game, but Xavi was that guy who could do that. And his overall's quite low, it's 85 overall, but again, overalls don't mean anything, that's just maths by the computer. His attributes are absolutely phenomenal. Ball control 94, dribbling 82, low pass 93, lofted pass 90, 87 on set pieces, 85 on swerve, 84 on ball control. This guy's absolutely incredible. Not quick by any stretch of the imagination, not physical by any stretch of the imagination, but getting the ball at his feet, he's absolutely going to change the game. And interesting stat, there was a game where in the Champions League where he went the entire first half without misplacing a single pass. And it wasn't like he was passing, you know, loads backwards or he only made 4 or 5 passes. This guy was making dozens of passes, loads of key passes, and didn't misplace a single one in that first half. And I think he might have gone the second half and done the same thing. But I remember vividly, at half time he had 100% pass completion. Xavi was a phenomenal player, and with those stats, I would say probably one of the better central midfielders in the game. In fact, with those stats, I'm going to say probably top 5. As long as you don't care for the physicality, let other midfielders do that sort of thing. If you want someone as a technical central midfielder, Xavi's top 5, probably top 3, just with those stats there. Right, I'm going to end the video here. There are a lot more legends to go through, but this video will take absolutely forever. If you want to check out the rest of the legends, go on to pesmaster.com and just have a good scroll down. There's a massive list. I reckon there's a good few dozen legends in this game. So go through there, go and check them out. I did a good long look at them in a stream that I did, and we had a bit of fun having a chat about them. But those are the best legends in the game, and definitely players to look out for. Let me know in the comments down below which legends you're looking forward to getting, and also a little prediction. What legend do you think I'm going to get? And if anybody kind of, at the end of the year, I'll come back to the people who commented on this video within the first week of it coming out, and we'll see who got it right. You know, I'll have a look back and we'll have a look in these comments and see which one of you guys really knows your stuff. But if you've enjoyed this and you're looking forward to Legends, give it a big thumbs up and let me know in the comments down below who you're looking forward to getting, who you think I'm going to get. Subscribe if you're new. There's going to be plenty of gameplay and informational content on this game. So check it out. It's all going to be on this channel. Take care and peace.